know this video is going to be a little different. There's no car behind me. But after talking with family and friends, I thought it was important to do this video. So I'll get to the point. I was involved in a really bad motorcycle accident in November, and it was pretty severe. My extent of my injuries was I broke my hand. 2 bones in my hand were broken, had to be have metal plates put in with rods, and a bone in my wrist was broken. I dislocated my left shoulder, some road rash in my arm, and I had to get a metal rod put in to my left leg from my left knee down to my ankle. Pretty bad injuries, but I wanted to do this video because if this can reach a rider or a driver and make them second guess being maybe a little bit safer on the road, then by all means, absolutely I'll make this video. So I'm gonna kind of break down my accident so I'm not dragging it on for too long. But basically, I was riding my motorcycle. It was a Indian Scout Bobber. I was going 30 minutes away from my house. I was on the highway, 4 car lengths behind me. I saw a black Volkswagen, and it was zigzagging out of traffic behind me. Before I could even look back up or check my mirror for a second time, he was tailgating me. And you know, if you're a rider, that's a situation you never want to be in, because it puts you in a bad spot, because the only thing protecting you from the front bumper of that car and you is your rear tire. And if they tap that or tap over the bike, you're going to go up in the air on the highway. So I did what I thought was the best thing to do. I accelerated and I got out of the area. I went all the way to the right lane safely, and I got back into traffic. He comes flying past us at about easily 100 miles an hour. But you know what? Let him go. Let him do whatever the hell he wants to do. I continue to ride, and I'm 10 minutes away, and I'm about to take an exit. I take the exit, and now I have to merge right. It's 2 lanes. Left lane merges into the right lane. You know, very simple. And at the end of the lane is a guardrail and pretty much a really hard right turn. So I'm in a left lane. All of a sudden, the stripes drop abruptly. I don't know why it was like that. They really don't give you any time to merge. So I look to my right, and lo and behold, that same Volkswagen is to my right. Where I was, it made sense to merge in front of him, and I had plenty of space. I put my signal on. I go to merge to the right, and he speeds up and blocks me in, almost hitting me. So I had to swerve back out to the left, which I did. So I was like, you know what? Let him take the road. I don't care. I'll get behind him. So I go to merge behind him. There was even more space, and this dude jams on the brakes. So I have to swerve back out to the left. So I need some place to merge. I'm running out of space. I'm running out of time. And I try and look to my right to merge again. And because I had to swerve back out to the left from the guy that would not let me go, and I looked ahead of me, and the guardrail was about 30 to 20 yards in front of me. So I have 2 options. Number one, I can jump off the bike. I was going 40 miles an hour. I would not recommend that option to anybody, and I was not about to do it. So that option was out of question. Number 2 was I can lean my ass off. I can lean my ass off and pray and hope to God that I can lean to the right and dodge that guardrail. So I leaned, and I leaned as much as I could. I tried to lean, and it just wasn't working, and I tried to lean as much as I could, and next thing you know, my left hand and the left handlebar ran straight into the guardrail, which pulled the bike directly into it. To make light of it, but if you ever played like Need for Speed or watched Fast and Furious, when they push the cars against the rail and there's like sparks coming up, well, that was me. So my bike is pushed up against the rail with my hand, and I'm pinned up against it. And I'm pinned. I can't go right, and I'm in shock, right? Because I know that this is going to hurt. So there's a car parked against the guardrail with nobody in it. Broken down car left in the middle of the road. Not in the middle of the road, left against the guardrail. I don't know what to do, and I'm just ready to brace for whatever impact is going to happen. Next thing you know, I get bucked into the air, and I flew. I mean, my hands and legs were in front of me, and I flew a good 20, 30 yards into the middle of traffic in the merge lane. I'm on my back. I look up, and my bike slams into the back of this parked car, and the whole frame snapped in half. My injuries were really bad, so I have some hardware in me. Um, but and you know what? There was shout out to the Good Samaritan that came. He blocked traffic again. I was in the middle of a merge lane, a really busy one, and he blocked traffic in his own car. Came out, ripped his shirt. My hand was bleeding really bad. He patched up my left hand. He called 911 for me. They came quickly, and he turned off my bike that was somehow still running, and he even found my phone, which is this phone to this day. So I really appreciate him. Emergency services came and they did their job, and they did it well, and I was able to get to the hospital quickly. So why am I telling you about my accident? It's not for any sympathy. It's not to be a sob story. So I'm going to touch on 5 things really quick, really briefly, and I'll start with number 1. Always wear protective gear. In a car, you have your seatbelt, but in a motorcycle, it's so much more important to wear gear. You have nothing protecting you. Road rash, you have to get skin graft surgery, concussions, maybe be paralyzed. Wear protective gear, because it's not just about you. Your family's going to have to deal with the consequences, whether you're paralyzed or, God forbid, you die. I don't care if it's too hot. I don't care if it's too cold. I don't care if you're just riding 5 minutes down the road. It's important to wear protective gear, because guess what? It protects you. And that day of the accident, I was wearing a protective, like a padded leather jacket, a scorpion full face helmet, jeans, gloves, and shoes, and that leather jacket did its job. Number 2 is take your time. I'm not a big fan of those riders that just decide to go and zigzag out of cars and leave like 2 inches of space. Because to me and to other people, I think you're telling them that you don't care about their safety on the road, and you're definitely not sharing the road. Leave that to a track. Same thing with cars. I understand. I'm a gearhead myself. You have some open road ahead of you. I'm not telling you not to open a throttle a little bit if it's safe, but take your time. Number 3, this is for post-traumatic experience or post, in my case, an accident. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody, because you're going to have a lot of burden, and this is going to be something that you're probably going to remember for the rest of your life. Talk to people that you love, whether it's a family member or a friend or old professor, teacher, somebody you trust, a preacher. Just talk to somebody. Me personally, I struggled with it because I didn't want other people to worry about me. I felt bad. I felt like I let everybody down. I had my family worried, my friends worried, and I didn't want to put that on them. But as I talked more and more to them about what happened, they gave me a lot of support, and that's what really got me through everything. Always be aware. Whether it's a car in front of you or to the sides of you or behind you, whether it's a car that's just being a little bit too skittish on the highway, always be aware. So in my case, when the car was tailgating me, me showing awareness was I had to get out of that lane. I didn't want him to be directly behind me, as close as he was. So I got out of there. I got out of the situation. Always have a game plan, because you never want to be in a situation where you could get harmed. And the last topic, which I think is vitally important, always be positive. I'm the type of person, and my family is the same way. We try and lean away from negativity. There's just so many more benefits from just being positive. And negativity, you get the negative person that everybody has that negative person at work that complains all the time, and sometimes you just don't want to be around that. And that's the very minute example of that. An extreme example, in the case of a traumatic experience or an accident, is you've been injured. You've been severely injured. You have broken bones, you need surgery, or it's something that you experienced that's going to change your life. And it's so easy to be negative. And all of a sudden, I was stuck on a couch for a month. I could not move, could not even go to the bathroom. And it's so easy to be negative, and that's going to affect your relationship with other people in your life. That's going to affect the way you talk or handle things. And it can lead to depression. It can lead to you gaining weight, losing way too much weight, not eating. Just a lot of negative things. Positivity, especially in the case of recovering from something like this, it's going to give you determination, and it's going to keep you persistent, because positivity is going to help you get out of whatever negative thing happened to you, and you want to get better and you want to recover. I'm nowhere near 100%. I'm still have a lot of pain in my leg, and my hand is still a little bit messed up. I'm at like 70%, but I'm trying to stay positive, even though some days are hard. And just a life lesson, even though some days are hard, You've always been through worse, and you're going to be able to get out of it. So those are my 5 topics that I just want to just touch on briefly. I know it's not a car review, and I know I usually do those, but I had to make this video. I just wanted to reach out to those people that ride and drive, and if I can make you a safer rider, a safer driver, and I don't want anybody else to get into an accident. Accidents are bound to happen, but if I can stop somebody from getting into an accident like I was, then by all means, please listen to this video and share the video. So I've posted a charity in my description. Very important. I've donated because it's important. It's called Biker Down, and all the money that donates helps bikers that have been in accidents, and it helps them recover. It's so important. And I've done my research too. I've confirmed it is a valid charity, and it is a good charity. So if you feel like donating, please by all means donate. I donated. It's important. So it's in the description below. But again, that's it for this video. I just wanted to reach out to you guys. I hope everybody's being safe with COVID. Drive safe, ride safe, and please be aware and share the road. Thank you.